What's going on, everyone, and welcome to House of Jazz, the Piano Tutorial Man's YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me this evening. I am Richard, and I'm sure you saw what the thumbnail said, so hopefully you're excited. I've been doing a series for about pushing 2 months now, trying to teach how to play by number, but the using the number system. But my focus lately has been only when we're dealing with the major keys. But tonight, guess what? I am going to take a break from the major keys because using the number system when you're doing a song that's in a minor key requires a totally different formula. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Also, last week I said I was going to start doing like easy praise and worship songs. So I'm still doing that tonight. Tonight, after I'm finished explaining how to use the number system when you're in a minor key, we're going to do one song. We're going to do one song. It's real simple. This particular song only has 4 chords in it, but it is in a minor key, and I always believe that it's best to start with simple things when you're learning something new. So this is going to be perfect. So tonight we're going to explain the number system when you're using when you're in the minor key, and then we're going to go over one song that's a praise and worship song. Like I promised, we was going to start doing praise and worship songs, and but the song is in the minor key. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to prolong this too much longer. Let me just come to the chat to see if anybody's saying what's up. Oh man, we got Lavarius. Thank you so much for coming through. You always here. And Wyland, is that how you pronounce it? Hopefully, Kirkland. Hopefully, I am pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to jump in on this. Now, if you are enjoying this, I do ask that you at least click the thumbs up because that does push the video through, or should I say the live stream, through the algorithm so more people can see this. Now, if you draw your attention to the bottom left hand of the screen, you'll see that it says the number system minor keys. This is the formula that you want to follow when you're using the number system, but the song that you're playing is in a minor key. Let's quickly review the major key real quick before we look at this. Now, when you're dealing with a song that's in the major key, usually the 1, the 4, and the 5 are usually major chords that you play. The 2, the 3, the 6, usually minor chords, and then your dominant, diminished chord is usually the 7th degree. Well, here you are with the minors. What you have is your 1, 2 is diminished. So 1, 4, and 5. Instead of 1, 4, and 5 being your major chords, just think the opposite. Your 1, 4, and 5 are your minors now, okay? And your 3 is your 3, 6, and 7 are usually your major chord, with the 2 being diminished. And again, I would urge you, maybe you want to jot this down. It's on the screen over there. Write it out in any way or any format that will make sense to you. We're going to go through this. We're going to take our time. We're going to look at it in the key of C major first, and then we're going to look at this praise and worship song by Tasha Cobbs that only has 4 chords in it, but it's in a minor key. And then we're going to start practicing playing that song, in different keys. So maybe before I get started, I just want to see if there's anybody else to say what's up to. Elect Lady, good evening. I don't think I saw you in the last week or two. Good to see you back. Good. Wyland, you said I pronounced your name correctly. We got Mr. Music Man. He's always here, whether it's a Wednesday or a Saturday. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's take a look at this. Okay, so man, you know what? I just thought about this. Let me see. I hate to move this off the screen. Now, okay, there's no way that I can adjust um the letters that's on the bottom of the screen. I know they're covering the keys a little bit. Let me know if I kind of want to keep that formula on there. Maybe if I erase the word, the number system, it might give some more room. Give me 1 second. I'm going to just erase those words because I cannot adjust and move that. That's just the StreamYard just has it locked in place when it comes to that. And I'm using StreamYard. Give me 1 second and I'm going to see if I can do that. And if that will allow you to see better, then we will begin. I didn't really pay attention to that until just now when I was ready to start. Like, man, it's blocking the notes on my keyboard. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. And I keep clicking on things and none of them seems to be the right thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So where do I have? Okay, we're just going to erase the words that says. Okay, it's going to disappear for a second. Don't fear not. Fear not. Y'all know how live streams are. Sometimes we have to do things. Uh, so we're going to delete all that. Let me see. Okay. Now we're going to save. Let's bring it back on the screen and see if we have a better. Yes. Okay. Good. 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 We'll just keep it like that. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's continue on. Now, again, if you're just joining us, we are getting ready to look at how to do the number system when your song is in a minor key. Okay, now I said we was going to do C. I should have said C minor. Duh. Okay, obviously key C minor, not C major. Um, you know what? I have this thing set for F sharp minor already. Now I know on the screen you see A major, but this software that I use does not let me change the word A major to F sharp minor, but let me assure you that F sharp minor is the exact same key signature as A major. Okay, A major, 3 sharps, F sharp minor is 3 sharps. So even though on your screen you see the word next to key, it says A major. A major is also the key signature for F sharp minor. So we're just going to go ahead on and just do this in F sharp minor just to keep it simple. So of course the first thing, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, whenever we did the number system in the major keys, I always said you need to know those major scales. Well, guess what? We're in the minor key, so you need to know what your minor scale is for that key. So we're in the key of F sharp. Y'all know I hate using the sharp names when I say keys, but in theory, you don't say the key of G sharp minor. I'm sorry, G flat minor, unfortunately. So we're kind of stuck with F sharp because of the song that we're doing tonight. That's the only reason. It's the only reason we're doing this. But anyway, but in the key of F sharp, let me give you a little clue. If you are one of those people who are familiar with all of your major scales. Now, I know we're in a minor key, but let's jump over to major. If you are familiar with your major scales in all your keys, it's really not going to be hard for you to figure out your minor scales. Let me explain. Like I just said, on the screen, you see the word up at the top. It says we're in the key of A, but I said that it's also the same key signature for F sharp minor. That means they're relatives, right? So that means if you know your A major scale, then you pretty much can figure out what the F sharp minor scale is. Let's take a look at the A major scale just for a second here. Now, if you know it already, let Let me come down an octave just for. Well, nah, I'll play it up here. Okay, so we have. Now, when you play your A major scale, you'll probably notice that the sharp notes that you played were what? C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Every other note were white notes, right? Right? You're not trying to get, prejudice or anything, you know what I'm saying? But, So if you can remember that the three sharp notes that you played are C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp, well, the relative minor of A will have those exact same notes as sharp notes. So now the question is, obviously I just told you that F sharp is the relative minor of A major, but what if you didn't know that? How could you figure that out quickly? Easy. You put your hand down on A, count back 3 half steps. Whatever note you land on, that's the relative minor. It doesn't matter where you are. If you want to, let's say what I'm playing right. Oh, that's an A again, I guess. So let's say we're doing E. What if I wanted to know what the relative minor of E is? I would just count back 3 half steps. C sharp. So that means the key of E major and the key of C sharp has the exact same sharp notes in it. And you can do that with every key. So again, in the key of A, we already did that scale, and we know that in the key of A, we have C sharp, F sharp, A sharp. So now to play a F sharp minor scale, the only difference is instead of starting on the A note, we're going to start on the F sharp note, but we're still going to play an F sharp, a G sharp, and a C sharp. So let's play it, and all the other notes will be white. So let's play it. I'm sorry. There you go. I don't know why I said I'm sorry. I actually didn't play anything wrong, but anyway. There you go. So that's your F sharp minor scale right there. Notice I still played the F sharp, the G sharp, and the A sharp. So okay, and you can do that with F. So if you already know your major scales, use that trick to quickly figure out your minor scales. You have to bear with me. I'm like congested. I don't know what's wrong with me, and I haven't really been coughing that much today until I click live. It then started talking, and now all of a sudden I feel like I'm about to like just choke to death. So I apologize for the coughing. I wasn't this bad before, but okay. So now that we have this scale, let's implement this number system. Okay, so again, what you're seeing at the bottom left-hand corner, we see that usually, and remember with the number system, same rules apply with when you're dealing with a major key. This does not mean that this is going to always be the case. Okay, all this means is that this is usually the case. If you're playing a song and the song does not follow this, get over it. It's okay. All right, cool. Now, so we see that our 1 is going to be minor. So that means when we're doing the number system, when we land on a 1, we're going to play that chord as a minor chord. So in the key of F sharp minor, that means our 1 chord is F sharp minor. It's the F sharp minor chord, right? Okay. Now what's the second note in F sharp minor? G sharp. But G sharp, remember, well, not G sharp, but the 2 is supposed to be played diminished, right? So that's why we will have to play, hold up, I'm sorry. Did I do that right? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I think I did play it wrong at first, but here we go. So now we got to play G sharp diminished. Now, if you forgot, sometimes people be like, diminished, how do you make a chord diminished? Diminished is simple. Think of diminished as a double minor chord. Look at this right now. Right now I'm playing a G sharp major chord, right? Same as an A flat major chord, right? If you take the third note of the scale and you drop it down a half step, you already know that it becomes minor. Well, guess what? If you take the fifth note and drop that down a half step as well, diminished. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. So now, the 1 chord, F sharp minor, the 2 chord, diminish. So our 3 chord is going to be played as major. So our third in the key of F sharp minor is A. So A major. So far we have, right? Now the 4 is played as minor. So 4 is going to be B, right? F sharp is 1, right? 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be B minor. And our 5 will also be played as minor. So C sharp is our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time we see a 5, we're going to play C sharp minor, right? Different inversions or whatever. You know, I'm just playing them in root position just to keep things simple. Now 6 and 7 will be played as major chords. 6 and 7 is D and E. So D major, E major, and then you back at the 1 again. So that's your minor right there. So that's your minor. So you got 1, diminish, major, minor, minor, major, major, and there you go. You're back at minor. So there you go. So in the key of F sharp, those are your basic chords. And I'm going to warn you right now, we're definitely going to be doing one of the F sharp chord is going to be a F sharp minor 7. You just got to put the F sharp minor 7 in it. But okay. Now that we have that understood, before I move on, are there any questions on what I just said? Because what I want to do now is to bring up a praise and worship song that only has 4 chords, but it is in F sharp minor. So before I move on, are there any questions? I'm looking over to the chat right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask right now. I'll give you a couple of seconds. If not, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up some chords to this one simple praise and worship song. And we're going to play around with it. And we're going to play it in different keys. And we're going to use this song to help get us used to playing with the number system in the minor, with minor keys, okay? So are there any questions? I just learned something. Okay, Tom Cott, thank you. I'm always glad when somebody can say they learned something new. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, James, okay? I don't see any questions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on. If you just bear with me, I'm just going to bring up the chords to this one song. Now, this song's been out for a few years, but it's a very popular song, and it's been redone many times, and extra chords have been thrown on it. But we're going to look at the original version of this song. This song is Break Every Chain by Tasha Cobb. You're probably familiar with it. It was a monster. Like when it first came out, it's like you couldn't find I don't care what color the church was. I don't care if it was this color or the color of the background of that screen. I don't care what color it was. It's like everybody was doing this song. And this song literally only has 4 chords. So it's a perfect song to get used to the number system in a minor key. So if you're unfamiliar with how the song sounds, I'll play a little. Let me see. I guess I should come down here. There is power in the name of Jesus, right? Y'all know that, right? To break every chain, right? I'm not going to sing the whole thing because I don't want no copyright thing. Break everything, right? Break every chain. That's literally the whole song. Just those 4 chords, okay? So let's take a look at the numbers of this song. You got a minor 1, then you have a major 6, the major 3rd, and the major 7. So quickly you can look at this song and say, okay, the only chord that I'm going to play as a minor chord looks like it's only going to be the 1. So no matter what key, because we're going to do this in several keys. So that's kind of easy to remember. So all you got to do is think of 6, 3, 7, whatever key we're in, 6, 3, 7, and just know we're playing them as major chords. But of course, right now, we're going to do it in the original key. So, it says the 1. Of course, in the key of F sharp minor, the 1 is what? F sharp. So that means the 1 chord, F sharp minor. I already told you for this song, make it a minor 7. Okay, so I'm doing the F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Okay, then of course on your left hand, you can fill it in. So that's your 1, right? There is power. Now you want to go to the major 6. What's the 6th note? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. The 6th note in F sharp is D major, right? So now we know F sharp minor 7, D major. Now what's the 3rd note? F sharp, G sharp, A. A is the 3rd, right? That's going to be a major chord. Remember, the rest of the chords are major. So you got A major, and then 7 is always just 1 note before the 1. But anyway, if you want to do it the long way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's E, right? E. E major. So that means this song is going to simply be, and when I say if we're talking about the original version of this song, this is all you need for the whole song. You might chop it up sometimes, you might play harder, you might play softer. Now, yeah, you want to throw different embellishments, but you're going to be playing these chords the whole time. So you're going to play the 1, F sharp minor 7. To the 6. And then you're going to go to the 3, 7. And that's the whole song. Now, sometimes I just do I like doing a little sus. I'm just, that's just me just fooling around. But that's the whole song. So most of you may already know how to play that song. If you don't know how to play that song, congratulations. You just learned a brand new song that you can take to church right now. And thank you for liking the video. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there you go. You got a new praise and worship song. But here's the question. What if you have to play it in another key on the spot? Are you going to be able to do it? So let's take a look at some other keys, right? So, again, I apologize for the coughing. My chest didn't get congested until I clicked the live button to go live. And then now all of a sudden I'm like choking. So I apologize. So I won't be on here too much longer anyway, because we're almost finished the lesson anyway. But okay, so this is in the key of F sharp minor. So what if we needed to do it in the key of G minor, right? That's a half step higher, right? G minor, right? Okay, now the first thing you would have to do is know what your G minor scale is. Now remember, if you're not that familiar with your minor scales, but you know the major scales, all you have to do is figure out what's the relative major. So if you press G and you count up 3 half steps, okay, B flat. You're like, oh, I know my B flat scale. B flat is right, and the 2 flats in B flat are what? B flat and E flat. Well, guess what? In the key of G minor, the only difference is instead of starting on B flat, you're going to start on G, and just make sure that you include B flat and E flat, right? So there go your G minor scale. See, that's what I'm saying. If you know your major scales, you can kind of pick out the minor scales pretty quickly. So that's your G minor scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Okay. Now, let's play the song. So, of course, the song starts with the 1, right? G minor. So we got G minor 7. Obviously, 1 is going to be G minor 7. And, now we need to figure out the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is E flat, right? So that means you want to go to an E flat chord. There is power in the name. Now, what is the 3 in G minor? B flat, right? B flat. And then what is the 7? I'm sorry. is F, right? There go your 4 chords for the song. It's that simple. Okay, so that's cool. But now you just made the song higher, and y'all know how people at church get, la la la, oh, la la. Yeah, that's too high. Can you play the song lower for me? So you might, instead of playing it, so the original key is F sharp minor 7, right? So obviously, if they're asking you to play it in the lower key, you're not going to want to go to G anyway. So if anything, you're going to want to try it in F minor or at least E minor. So let's look at it in both of those keys using the number system. Remember, we got to do it using the minor scales, and we just learned how to do that. The number system within minor keys, I should say. So, in F minor, you need to know what your F minor scale is. Now, if you don't know the F minor scale already, use your trick. Figure out what the relative major is by counting up 3 half steps. Oh, okay. Same thing as A flat. So if you know your A flat scale, what are the flat notes you played in A flat? A flat, B flat, D flat, and E flat. Those are the black notes you play. Well, when you do your F minor scale, make sure you play those same black notes, but just start on F to make it F minor. See what I just did? F, G, and then they go to still the A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat. There you go. I got my F minor scale right there. Okay. So now that we know the scale, we're going to play the 1. Obviously, in the key of F minor, the 1 is going to be right? F minor 7. Then you got to figure out what the major 6 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be D flat, right? There is power. Now what's the 3? 1, 2, 3. A flat, right? And then what's the 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. E flat, right? So there go your song right there. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to go to D flat. Sorry about that. Then now you're playing it. You see how quick it shouldn't have to take you that long. You know what I'm saying? 1 to the 6, 3 to the 7. And then you just play those chords over and over again. Is that quick? You see why? Hopefully you're understanding why I'm saying learning the number system really helps. But in this case, we're using the number system when we're in a minor key. So I did say I was going to show E minor. So after I show E minor, I'm going to let you in the chat pick like 2 different minor keys. You can pick 2 different minor keys. And right here in front of you, I'm going to learn the song right in front of you live so that y'all can sit here and be like, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know how to play the piano. So, okay, first, let's do the E minor first. Now, of course, the first thing that's important is knowing the E minor scale. Once again, like I said, if you're not familiar with the E minor scale, at least figure out what the relative major is. What major scale has the same key signature as E? Press down E, count up 3 half steps. Oh, okay, G major. And you like, I know G major. That's just F sharp, right? F sharp. And that's it. Okay, well then, that means when you play your E minor scale, you're just going to make sure you play F sharp. And the rest of your notes will be the white notes. There you go. E minor. You see how simple that is? So even if you don't know your minor scales by heart, if you know those major ones, you can figure out the minor in seconds. Just using that little trick. So, okay, so that's our minor. So if we want to play this song in a minor key, here we go. The 1 is, it says play the 1. So we know that's E minor 7. I don't need to explain that to you, right? Again, I apologize for the coughing. And hold on, just give me a second to just readjust my screen here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, and I'm having a hard time seeing my keyboard. There we go. Okay, here we go. So that's the 1. Now you got to go to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 is going to be C, right? And you know the rest of the chords are going to be major. So then, now what's the 3? G, and then the 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is D major. There go the song right there, right? What key are we in again? E minor. Wait, I forgot. Okay, right. I'm sitting here like, what key are we in again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay. So y'all got that, and then the 7 is. So there we go. So that's the whole song. That's literally you just play those chords over and over and over again, and there you go. So that's the key of E minor. So I'm gonna give y'all, somebody in the chat, just give me a key that I have. Then let's look at the keys I played it in. I played it in F sharp minor already. I played it in G minor. I played it in F minor. I played it in E minor. So somebody just randomly give me a minor key that you want me to figure out right now. And I promise you, I haven't necessarily played this in every single key before, so I'll be learning it. Somebody said F flat minor. Is that even a real thing? For those of you who don't know, F flat minor technically is nothing but just E minor. I just did it in E minor. He just wanted to be. I think he was just trying to be silly. F flat is just E. It's literally the chords I just played. So waste of time. Okay, now we got somebody spamming the chat. Dang, usually my Wednesday ones don't get hit like this. Give me a second. I don't have no moderators in here, so I gotta do this myself. Hold on. Okay, is his stuff gone now? Good. Okay. I think his stuff is gone. Look, Lavaria says. Just kidding. Salem, no problem. Does anybody want to throw out a key before I get ready to get out of here? Anybody? Because that's pretty much the lesson for today. We're going to keep it simple because, like I said, you got to take the time. And I really want those of you who are watching this video to literally go ahead and take this song and practice it in other, and like see if you can play it in every key. Now, I already know what song I'm going to do next week. It's another praise and worship song, and it's a little bit more involved, a little bit more keys in it. I already have it typed up, but I'm not going to do it tonight. First of all, I don't feel that well anyway. And second of all, I probably need to practice it a little bit more anyway. So we're going to wait till next week to do that one. But Juju Beats, she says she's late and ready to play. Oh man, she talking about Marvin Gaye. We in here doing praise and worship. Can somebody reach out their hands, touch her forehead with oil and pray over her, please? We over here playing praise and worship, and she up here talking about let's get it on. Okay, I'm just playing. Are there any questions? Before we stop? It doesn't look like anybody wants to test me with playing it in another minor key, and that's cool. Hopefully you learned something new. Again, this is using the number system when you're in a minor key. So make sure you revisit this video if you need to, this live stream, if you need to. And refresh yourself, and next week we're going to build on this. We're going to do some, I won't say, I always like, sometimes I say the word harder, but it's not really harder. It's just, what I'm saying, it's just a little bit, it's more than 4 chords. There you go. It's more than 4 chords. That's all I'm saying. It's not hard. It's more than just 4 chords. So I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Now, Someone did hold up. Okay, so we got Glenn. Glenn did say A minor, so that's okay. So we're gonna do this in A minor, no problem. And Juju Beats, don't worry about it. You can always rewatch it. We're actually learning a new skill tonight. We are looking at how to use the number system when you're in a minor key because it's different rules. So that's what we looked at tonight. And I just was challenged to play this particular song by Tasha Cobb called Break Every Chain in the key of A minor. So A minor, here's the beauty of A minor, y'all. A minor is the cousin, it's the relative to C major. So we already know that A minor, one, two, three, has no sharps and flats. Just like the key of C has no sharp and flats, neither does A minor. So your A minor scale is beautiful, right? Cool. All right, so we're going to look at break every chain. So obviously, the one chord is going to be an A minor 7, obviously. And then we're going to go to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to play it as major. So that's going to be an F major. So minor 7, 6. The 3 is going to be C, right? Because C is the 3 in A minor, right? 1, 2, 3. And then the 7 is going to be G, right? And there you go. That's the song. Let's look at the little one more time. And then that's it. There you go. Those are your 4 chords. That's the 1, the 6, the 3, and the 7 of A minor. That's how you play the song. Go to the 1. 1 to the 1, 6, 3, 7. 1, 6, 3, and then on 1. There you go. It's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. 1, 6, 3, 7 using the minor the number system in a minor key. Okay, are you going to ask for players on this song? Sure, yeah, we can do it next week. For those of you that want to practice this, I think it's a great song because it's super duper easy. So absolutely, yes, I'm definitely going to ask if you want to practice this next week, like go during the week, and you want to practice playing it, and then you want to come on the stream and show us how you've been practicing, feel free. Now Juju Beats is the only one that had the what I want to say, I don't want to say basketballs, but the gall. She was the only one last week that had the gall to actually come on, and it sounds like she's about to come on again. So let me get this link out right now so that she can come on because she practiced the Marvin Gaye song. So we're going to definitely let me get the link right here. The link that I am about to give y'all right now will allow you to come on with me right now. So if you want to come on right now and you want to even flex and say, you know what, I can do the song you just did today, Richard, and I can do it 10 times better than you. Come on up. Let me see. I'm putting the link in the chat now. All you have to do is follow that link, and that will bring you on with me. Did it show up? I don't see it showing up. Let's try this again. I thought I clicked paste, but maybe I didn't. Is it there? Okay. Is it there this time? Y'all see? Okay, there we go. We got it that time. There we go. Okay, so there you go. If you want to come on with me right now. Now, if you've practiced, now what I did was last week I said any of those Motown songs that we did. We've been doing Motown songs since I think it was October, like the first week in October. We were learning new October songs, Motown songs every week. So if you want to do any of those Motown songs and you just want to come on and show us how you've been practicing, perfect. Come on. If you think you can knock out this, break every chain right now, and you like, you know what, I can knock it out. Do your thing. Come on, do your thing. Let's see what you can do. Come on, click that link. That link will bring you right on. Juju Beats says she needs a second to get set up. And I believe I just saw Elect Lady. I think it was her that said B flat minor. Let me make sure she said that. I think, yeah, she said, well, she typed in B flat. So I'm assuming she meant play it in B flat minor. So while we're waiting for Juju Beats, I'm going to play this. Before we start playing Marvin Gaye and mess up the spirit of the room, we want to play Break Every Chain one more time. Before we bring it, the Marvin Gaye songs is not even his highly sexual driven songs. It's what's going on in Mercy Mercy Me. So actually, it's all good. I'm just playing around, but okay. Break Every Chain in the key of B flat minor. Okay, what we want to do is figure out what the B flat minor scale is. Again, if you're not familiar with the B flat minor scale already, well, just look at what the relative major is by counting 3 half steps. Oh, D flat. Okay, so in D flat, you got. I missed the note, didn't I? There you go. So in D flat, you're playing. Right, I actually was right when I did that. These are all the black notes you're playing because D flat has 5 accidentals in it. D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, and B flat. All these black notes is in that scale. So when you play a B flat minor scale, just make sure you, instead of starting on D flat, start on B flat, but make sure that all these black keys over here, that you're playing it with the scale. So well, actually, you just stopped on B flat. What am I doing? Okay, so there you go. That's your B flat minor scale. There you go. That's your B flat minor scale. Okay, so the one for the song, obviously, we're going to do. Always, I'm going to do the minor 7, so that's the 1. So, and then what we gotta go to the 6. So that's going to be G flat. Okay. And that's the 3. And then the 7 is A flat, right? So there you go. Right? So 1, 2. There you go, B flat minor. I don't know what that last chord I played, but I can't actually see my keyboard. But with the exception of that one chord, that's how you play the song. B flat in the key of B flat minor. All right, let's see if Juju Beats is ready. Oh, actually, she is. She's backstage. I didn't even hear her. Okay, so what's going on? We want to switch the screen over so we can see what her progress is. How you be?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm groovy, this change of weather got me all congested and everything, but
Oh,
other than that, I'm cool. I'm cool.
I see. Okay. Wow. I'm glad. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play. Well, hi everybody. I'm gonna play "What's Going On" in the key written first, which was E major.
Okay, right, right, right.
So let's see. Are we can hear okay?
Yes, we can hear. Okay, we can
Okay.
hear.
Go. All right. Okay. So E major.
Which song are you playing? What's going on or Mercy Mercy?
What what's going? I could do Mercy Mercy because they're all the same keys, and I don't want to tax your time.
Oh no, you go. Just whatever one you want to do. It's fine with me.
Okay, well I'll do what's going on, and then Mercy Mercy right behind it. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
okay.
So
So
if you look at the bottom left hand corner of your screen, I just put up the numbers for what's going on. Now keep in mind, this evening we learned the minor number system, right? But this song is in a major key, so she will be following the number system when you're in a major key, okay? Because this is last week's lesson. Keep that in mind. Okay. All right, go ahead.
so E, and so that's E G B D E B G F. Okay, so let me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get in the right place on my keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, E G B D major. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Wow. Okay, so E major 7, which is E G B D. Okay, so here we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay, take your time. It can get a little nerve wracking when you're on live and everybody's looking at you like, I get it. I get it.
I'm doing dominant 7. This is a major 7. Which is D. Let me see. And then I'm going to go to the fifth of E, G, B. Here we
She threw my chord in there. Okay.
go. Picking lines, picking songs. Um,
Pick up my chord.
so Mercy Me is. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, shoot.
Hey, Glenn, that would be just fine. Glenn, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. Okay.
Okay. All right. So,
Okay.
so
For
that was
those
the.
of you who are just turning in, maybe you might not know what's going on. We have a student that's literally practicing right now, so we're listening to her practice. She's trying to build, learn how to play by numbers, so that's what she's doing. She's just showing us her progress. That's all. All right.
Okay. I went in the I went in the circle of fits pretty much. So here's G. G B D F. G B D F. I'll just do Mercy Me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Uh, so I'm going to keep G. So the two chord is A minor.
Glenn, usually between 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
A minor. And then it was Mercury. And then we went to the four chord, which was the G. It was C, and that was a minor nine C. I really messed up on the minor nine. So that the ninth is minor, the chord is minor, so it's C, E flat, G, B flat,
You are playing C sharp, right?
in the key of G.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay? You're right. I'm sorry. I
So
totally
G,
forgot. I forgot that you just modulate. I'm sorry.
so G,
I'm still thinking I'm in E. You're in E. I'm sorry.
yeah. So it's C, E flat, G, B flat, D. That minor nine, C, E flat, G, B flat. It's that four minor nine. And I'm trying to get that ninth. So it's C, E flat, G, B, D, D. Is that the chord?
E flat G. The C minor nine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's C. It's just an E flat major 7 on your right hand with a C on your left. So if you're playing E flat on your right hand, if you play a E flat, G, B flat, and D, and then on your right hand you play C, then your C major. I'm C minor nine.
That's it. So it's E, G flat, B flat. That's the E major, and the C in my left hand.
Yeah, that's a C minor 7. If you add the D, then it becomes minor 9 on your right. If you add a D on your right hand, then it becomes minor 9.
Then we move to the two minor, which is in the key of F. It's A minor 7, the flat 9.
Okay. Sherlock, if you want to join, click that link right there. If you want to join right now, you can click that link.
Okay, so
Mhm.
that's the key of G, and so
Okay.
anybody else want to play? Come on.
Somebody, Sherlock Holmes, literally just said, "How does he join?" So I just gave him the link. So we'll see if he shows up. He literally just typed, "How do I join?" Glenn Norman, you said that you want to do it next week. So Glenn, I usually start my stream between 6 and 7:05 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. Okay,
Okay, I
so
understand.
that's so if you tune in around that time, you should see me. And you said next week you want to come on and play. You're welcome, more than welcome to come. And I'm sure that Juju Beats will be back with some
Yes,
more songs.
yes,
uh,
yes,
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm definitely glad to hear you doing your thing. This is not easy, and I'm sure everybody that's listening who is learning knows exactly what you're going through. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about or whatever. We're all learning. So you keep doing your thing, and at least you had the balls to come up on here and be like, yeah, yeah, I'm still working, and what? And what? You know what I'm saying? At least you're not
Oh, yeah.
scared.
Let me
Like,
know.
what you
Knock,
say?
knock, knock.
I know exactly, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds to see if this Sherlock person is really gonna come on. But yeah, so but this guy named Glenn, he said he's coming on next week, so that's cool. That's cool. And if there's somebody else that wants to come on, click that link. Now, please, if you're coming on, I'm gonna let you know right now there is no cussing on my stream. Not even in the chat. I always forget to say that, but thank goodness people tend to just not be coming in here cussing anyway. But there's no cussing, and obviously no obscene stuff. I've crazy how many people I had to block today. Spam, people coming in here trying to put spam up in here, but usually I don't have that many. But anyway, um, but yeah, thank you. Now let me say this while we wait to see if Sherlock Holmes is coming. I do want to say this. This Saturday, I will be live again now with my Saturday live streams. It's not a teaching. It's not me doing a music lesson. It's more of a music hangout session with a group of my friends, and we do different music related trivia games, whether they're in a Jeopardy style or they may be in other type of styles. And we just have fun, you know what I'm saying? So if you like that type of stuff, we're long winded. So usually those streams are about 2 to 3 hours long. So if you don't have nothing to do Saturday and you want to just see some people just go at each other about whether this song is better than that song or if this music is better than that kind of music, you definitely want to check us out on Saturday evenings. This week, I know we'll be playing at least a Jeopardy game for sure, and we may be doing another type of versus game where we'll be putting one type of music against another type of music. Not sure exactly. We got different people working on different things. So just come around on Saturday to see what we're doing. And then next Wednesday, I'll be on here again. And we're going to continue learning the number system when you are in a minor key. Again, it is different. You know what I'm saying? It's different from when you're using the number system and the song is in a major key. So this was an introduction, and we started with a very easy song that only has 4 chords. So if you're coming to the stream late and you missed that portion of it, make sure you go back to the beginning, learn that. And also, if you don't know your minor scales, you want to start putting them to memory, but I gave you some, hints tonight. If you at least know your major scales, you can at least figure out those minor scales rather quickly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do what you gotta do. There's no real trick outside of just, blood, sweat, and tears to learning this stuff. It's not like you can just swallow a pill and then all of a sudden, yeah, you memorize all this stuff. No, you got to actually put some work in. So I do appreciate you all coming through. I appreciate your support. Um, just thank you, thank you, thank you. I definitely appreciate y'all. Um, this has been a rough year for me, health wise. You know what I'm saying. So I'm starting to try to put out more content, and it's not easy because my vision is very bad right now, but I appreciate your patience and y'all just coming out, showing up, and just supporting. I definitely appreciate it. It doesn't look like anybody else is coming. I don't see Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Let me check again. No, I don't see him backstage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead on and call it a night. So come back next Wednesday for more praise and worship songs using the number system when you're in a minor key. And I'm also probably will throw in a praise and worship song when you're in a major key, simply because I want to start building up your repertoire of easy praise and worship songs that you can kind of learn quickly. And then on top of it, be able to play in every single key. So, We're going to get out of here. Again, thank you everyone for coming through. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Thank you, Jess.